Welcome back once again, everyone. In case you didn't know, Jon Kent, Jon Kent woke Superman is gay. He goes around telling everybody that he's gay. He comes out of the closet like every other week, and everybody must know that he's gay, and that's what he does. Now, in issue 17, the second to last issue of this god-awful run from Tom Taylor, Clark Kent, Superman, is back. And Jon is all nervous about telling him that, he's gay, and Jay and him have been caught sucking face on camera so many god-awful times. For some reason, it's supposed to play out like some kind of tension-building moment. I don't know why. Because we all know what's going to happen. None of it is actually worth a damn at all. But that's what they do. Now let me get into this a few points in this latest horrendous comic so you could understand just how bad it's getting and how bad it's going and why this terrible thing has been cancelled. We start off this nonsense now with Superman, literal Superman, Kal-El, full-blooded Kryptonian, deciding to have a race with his son, Jon Kent, who's half human, half Kryptonian, right? They're going to race to the third planet from Vega, something there other than the other. And they take off racing, up and away. And look at this face. Look at Jon Kent's face. It looks terrible. It just looks like, this is absolutely terrible. So they race all the way to Vega. And again, as I say, Clark Kent, Superman, full-blooded Kryptonian, been on Earth for years, absorbing all the yellow sun radiation, giving him powers mortal men could not even dream of. Meanwhile, you have Jon Kent, who is literally only half Kryptonian, half human. They've never done anything with this character to show that, maybe being half human awakened some new sort of power in him, and maybe the combination of the two DNAs created some sort of, something to really make the character, start growing the character. No, nothing. But somehow, he beats his full-blooded Kryptonian father. Literally says it, I beat you. And here's what someone has to say. He did. He legitimately did. How is that possible? I don't know. But again, Jon Kent must be perfect at everything. We even had it in the Superman Son of Kal-El nonsense annual where he beats Lex Luthor at chess. Lex Luthor's literally been a child genius, played chess since he was however young. Lex Luthor's whole thing is his intellect. Now, I'm not saying that Jon Kent couldn't have beaten him at chess, but you could have built up the character to show that, listen, he is intelligent along with something else. No, you didn't do that. You just threw him in there and figure to yourself, he will beat Lex Luthor just because he's to be perfect at everything else. The comic has been a terrible thing from issue 1 straight down. It just keeps getting worse. So, of course, they have to throw in this here. They have to throw in this little jab here. Here it is. Superman says, the cape must have slowed me down. Yes, John, a lot of drag resistance in space is there. Maybe you got lost. Straight lines can be tricky. Of course, they have to throw in something about, the straightness can be tricky. Oh, God in heaven's name. And the whole time, John is all nervous to tell his father something that apparently Superman hasn't figured out already and knows. Of course he knows, but you're all nervous to tell him like it's supposed to be some kind of big defining moment. If you think about it, Superman is an alien. He came to Earth, and for years as a child, he had to hide his powers, his abilities, everything, his very existence. Because if the government ever found out who he is, what he could do, they would literally lock him away, experiment on him, dissect him, and turn him into some kind of living weapon to do as they please. So he knows what it's like to hide who he is. But apparently, you understand me, it's far more terrifying and far more heroic and far deeper of a wound inside to be gay than to literally be an alien on a different planet who could get murdered if it's ever discovered who he is. That's it. But what we're supposed to believe in this story, that somehow Superman and everybody else is going to be all concerned about it, because I mean they want you to think in this story that, you know, apparently you're gonna go like whoever, like any gay person out there who comes out to their family, they're gonna be like, you know, oh, it's gonna be like, it's gonna be some kind of difficult moment for them, maybe. But in this story, you want us to believe that, you know, John Kent is going to come out and tell his father, you know, Dad, I'm gay, and Clark is going to be like, okay, son, I've raised you since you were born, I love you, but now that you're sucking dick, get out of my house. That's what you're trying to tell us in this story, and it makes no freaking sense. Making John Kent gay made no sense to begin with. Tom Taylor admitted it was done purely to push sales and also to use as a shield for him in this woke comic book industry. That's it. Let's move on now. You know, and then we get to the point now where we're introduced to this new villain who is coming on the scene, and this person is called Red Sin. And you're looking at this person like, is anybody supposed to care about this person? They look completely stupid. So it is, they look completely stupid. They have some problem against, you know, John Kent's woman on the whole, and apparently the whole Red Sin thing is like they have some kind of red sun powers and it takes away Kryptonian powers. This entire villain is just meant to be a laughable, nonsensical crap that they're going to flow into the pity 6-issue miniseries that they're going to give to Tom Taylor, and it's already setting up to be absolute and utter garbage because nobody's interested in this crap whatsoever. Somehow this person knocks out John Kent, kicks them out of a window, he screams for Dad shows up and helps him. You know, like anybody's supposed to care, take him to the hospital, some Justice League infirmary, sorry. And then, of course, you know, they're doing whatever, and Jay shows up because, you know, it's supposed to be Jay is his boyfriend, and shows up and all kind of stuff there, and they're there, and they have this thing and they're playing and all that, and you know, they have to hold hands and have a really touching moment. So then finally, we get into the big moment where John Kent has to reveal to his father, and you know, once again reveal to everybody that he's gay, because that's all he does. Absolutely nothing else. He doesn't save anybody, doesn't help anything. He just comes out of the closet every week. That's it. Yeah, so we get into it here. Is look, about what I didn't say on Vega 3. I know that there are videos of me and Jay everywhere. It's hardly a secret. But I was enjoying having you back. I was enjoying the sunshine. I didn't want to have that conversation. And Superman is all, why? You were gone a long time. I'm sorry I went away. I don't mind that you went away. I know why you did. I mind that you didn't take me with you. You wanted him to take you with you to do what? And maybe a tiny part of me was worried if I told you that I'd leave again. I mean, like, so you basically say that if you told them Superman was going to go, nope, not having this crap, and let's take off into space. I wasn't worried you literally fly away from me at super speed. Sounds like you were, but if I saw the wrong look on your face, doubt, disapproval, disappointment, even for a fraction of a second, then that would be distance between us. So listen to this part very clearly. Yeah? Superman says, I was scared a lot as a child. I'm an alien and an orphan. There were times when I desperately hid who I was. I hid what I could do because I was afraid my adoptive parents would see me differently. And I'm not suggesting our situations are the same by any means, but I need you to hear something. Of course, they're not the same because John Kent being gay is much more important than Clark Kent having to live every day of his life when he was younger, terrified of people judging him, of parents being afraid of him, of the government finding out what he could do, locking him away, experimenting on him, dissecting him, turning him into their own personal living weapon. That is much less important than Jon Kent and Jay Nakamura shacking up. Every day of my life has been better since you've been in it. Every single day. Who you love is the last thing that could change that. Anyone who makes your life better will always be a hero in my eyes. Now you might want to rethink that, because let's not forget, Jay Nakamura is a terrorist who is the leader of a terrorist organization that murders people, and he's had Jon in it doing murderous, hateful things with him. So you may want to stop that disturbing shit right there, but of course that can't happen, because they need to push this gay agenda down everybody's throat. And no matter what, I will stand beside you, I will defend you, I will love you, and I will always be your father. Was anybody expecting anything different? The only way this could have gone was Superman had to accept it. If Superman had come back and said, nope, I'm not having this shit, my son, who I raised, was never like this. You literally went away for a while. You were on a different planet, whatever, being tortured, whatever nonsense the other. You came back. You literally look different, because every time they changed one of these characters' sexuality, they changed their appearance to make them look as weird as possible. So you literally look different. You've never expressed the slightest homosexual tendency ever. Literally ever. Out of the blue, you suddenly done it, but I must accept it completely without ever saying there is something wrong. Because why? Because he's gay. He has to be great. You have to love him. That's the whole thing. God, that, it goes on there, and he accepts him, kisses him on the head, and my son, and that's really it. There's nothing else in this comic that does anything at all for anything. It's the same pathetic dribble you have gotten from Tom Taylor for almost 2 years. He's been telling this gigantic coming out story. Jon Kent has come out to the world, to his mother, to the world again, to his friends, to the world again, to his mother, to the world again, and now it's been building up to this whole big coming out to Superman, and you were expecting to try and invite some kind of attention, like anybody was actually supposed to buy that. Everybody knew what you were going to do. Everybody knew Superman had to accept him, even though it literally makes no sense how you switch Jon Kent's sexuality and just destroyed this character and everything else. You never spent a second building up Jon Kent as an actual character. All you've done is make him a background character in this little boy's love story featuring Jay Nakamura, Lois Lane popping in, and everybody else having a starring role besides Jon Kent, and all he's been relegated to, I've said it before, said it again, is just gay Superman. No wonder they've cancelled this god-awful garbage. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the notification bell, be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.